Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is obviously Light Liger, and it is that time of the month again when we are going to be talking about Lowcap gems and moonshots. But remember, don't tell your wife, otherwise those gains will be evaporating really fast. But yeah, I have basically handpicked 5 different tokens to talk about here today in this video. I haven't exactly done like this full deep dive research on all of them, so please get an additional opinion, do your own research. There's always risks involved, and there's so many things happening in the crypto space right now that I haven't been able to do a lot of these low cap gem videos. And I have to say that due to the way that the markets are working right now, especially when the stimulus is coming on the 14th, you can expect a lot of the coins from the top 200 to basically go up. So you don't really need right now exactly to find low cap gems and moonshots, because a lot of the main coins which are popular and established are gonna be bumping as well. So understand when it's actually smart to do low G gem plays and when it's not. Right now, I would stay around on those top 200 coins or so. But let's get started with the list. So the first thing we have here is called Stuffy, and I own a very small bag of it. For full disclosure, I will be telling you whatever I own these coins, which I'm going to be talking about here today in this video, because sometimes I do feature coins which I haven't yet to buy. That's a very important thing. So I don't just shill my bags. I look for good potential projects and then I put them in the video regardless if I had the time to buy them or not. So basically, Stuffy is an Ethereum token, basically trying to become like this sort of well, first of all, our ETH validator, and basically staking derivatives. Finally, I probably pronounced that name right. And there's going to be one for also on Tezos and Polkadot. So there's a bit of an interoperability here, and we can see ADA, EOS, and DFN there mentioned, and ATOM. And it's basically like staking finance. I think it's we could kind of compare it to projects like Stakehound, and then there's the other one which Ramp DeFi, which is it, Ramp Finance. I can't remember. I'm gonna do a video on that soon. But basically, there's a bridge between Stuffy and ERC20 basically. So I think they are trying to become their own chain, if I've understood this correct. And it's derivatives are, a very speculative but potentially very, derivatives are the hugest market in the world, and because of that, any crypto player that is trying to play on the same field could be potentially very valuable in the future. I think Stuffy is already quite, the way I would deem it is like already kind of established. I mean, it's already listed on Binance, if I remember right. But if you're going to be buying right now, you will be not buying from the top. And also, I do want to mention that the supply is only 102 million, and it's priced at 2.88. I mean, Polkadot, Cardano has like, what, 44 billion was it? And it's priced at $1. So, for its supply, I think it's, rank 500, has a lot more room to grow. Obviously, needs to be mentioned that it's already on Binance, so it's kind of been established already on these big exchanges. Coinbase would be basically the next one it would need to get a significant price bump. So the fact that it's already on Huobi and Binance is a small of a minus, obviously, because usually those are exchange listings which deem to rise the price. But that being said, I do think that Stuffy has some room to grow more as of right now, and it might be a good investment. Let's move on. So we have Cobb Finance, and Cobb Finance is basically from Leo Finance team. And Leo Finance, we did a video about this. It's basically on the High blockchain. It's one of those interfaces. The biggest crypto one. I think it has thousands of users. One of the biggest actual, there's literally only few very successful and big blocking platforms in crypto. One is PublishOX, and after that I would just say Leo Finance, because the other ones don't really have the same volume and ecosystem, which actually are, good, because actually in Hive you can make money as a content creator. A lot of those other ones you can't really. And basically the Cub Finance is a fork out of Goose. Goose, and also Viking, which was something I featured recently, which has now gone, they have kind of like stopped their project, like abandoned it, sort, not an exit scam, but they kind of abandoned it. And what they have basically built out is you can switch out the Leo tokens from Hive blockchain, you can migrate them into Binance Smart Chain, and also for Cub will be the same thing. And basically there's going to be an airdrop for Leo holders. Timestamp is already taken, far as I know. And this is the value proposition, and this is kind of crazy because right now it is priced at $10. And when I started literally like an hour ago researching this video, it was at $3. So I wish I would have, gotten this video out earlier so you guys would have made gains already. But the supply is 167,000, and Goose Finance, which is by the way the same Goose DeFi, is the same thing, has the value of $100 almost, and it is the circulating supply is almost 8 times that. So this is very important. What you need to understand here, that the tokenomics, when you compare these two projects, and Leo Finance is already established project, it has people who are known in the Hive community. I mean, Goose has, 2 audits, which is into their benefit, but Cub is definitely like, just looking at the valuation, if you just compare it to the Goose, and this is, in my opinion, superior product because you have already ecosystem behind it, which is the Leo Finance, the user base, and those can like implement a lot of things like using Cub as a promotion token on their platform, or boost posts, and many different utility things that they can build on Hive. So the Goose doesn't have all the same things to offer really. So for the long term, you really look at it, so it's like 10th of its price and the supply is 8th of it. So when you crunch the numbers, well, it starts to look a lot more better than Goose. So I'm just saying that this is definitely something you want to look into and get into right now. But let's move on. We have Zero Exchange, which is basically an app on... And by the way, I don't own any Zero. I'm planning to buy it once they actually launch their Binance Smart Chain audit. So this is started as an Avalanche AMM, and it was actually a bit of a hassle to set it up, by the way. It's not the most easiest thing. And basically, the Zero Exchange is doing a lot of updates. As I said, Binance Smart Chain is to be released this Thursday. That is on 11th, or was it on Friday on 12th? So in a couple of days, it will be on Binance Smart Chain, and might be an interoperability between AVAX and Binance Smart Chain. And so for that reason, and obviously having they also have like a transparent SoundCloud, just had an AMA, so at least the developers come out on voice. I'm not sure is his name like, does the team actually like have papers on a name or something, but it is a project that I think I see a lot of potential with. That obviously kind of rides also with the possibilities of AVAX. Then again, they are also launching a Polkadot gateway as well. So Polkadot integration is also happening. So these cross-chain transfers seem very, very good, and Zero could become like the #1 player on that space, in my opinion. But it's another one I would recommend getting, and also I don't think you would be buying it from the exact top. Let's actually see the 30-day chart here. So it was at around what, like, is that 45 cents or something? 34 cents, and when you look at the price now, it's at 21 cents. So you would be getting it on a pretty good entry point. Remember, don't really buy into coins which are literally at the top. So that's something you want to really remember. But let's move on. And then we have Konami, and I really want to put out a shout outs to Crypto Lifestyle. He did a video on this, which is a more deeper rundown on the Konami. So in case you want to learn more about it, better watch his video. And Konami is, well, another AMM on Polkadot. And when I read that first, I was like, this is not really fitting for this list. But then I kind of looked into more on the project and the roadmap and everything. They are actually also doing borrowing and lending platform, which to my understanding, there isn't another one yet on the works on Polkadot. So it would work like Aave and Compound, Venus, and Filda on Huobi Eco Chain. So borrowing a lending platform plus cross-chain liquidity and an AMM protocol. So obviously there's a lot of like Polkadot projects right now, and it's really hard to say which ones are going to make it and which ones are not. A lot of projects are building kind of like the same stuff on Polkadot, so it's really hard to say which ones are going to make it and which ones are not. But Konami is going to be on one of the Polka starter pools, and we have featured a couple of Polka starter projects here in the past, such as, what did we feature? Bridge Mutual was here, for instance, and this one did really, really well. And a lot of the projects which have come from here have done really well. And Kylin, for example, I think it had a really nice gains. Unido and Eternity, which I'm not personally very interested in, but it has obviously big backers behind it. But Konami is there going to be in 7 days. But Konami, another one which you might want to entertain. A lot of Polkadot projects tend to pump a lot, so I see a good investment. Now, then we have the final project here, which is Machi Swap. So another AMM protocol, which is on Binance Smart Chain and also on Harmony One. So they have also a version on Harmony One, which is like an Ethereum sidechain of sorts. Don't own any Harmony One, don't own any Machi, but if it's going to be becoming the most established Harmony One AMM, that obviously means that it's going to be having a place in its ecosystem, and then eventually will become like every chain is going to be having a one AMM, which is going to be the biggest. It's going to be Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and etc. And that is very important to understand, because the key AMM on every chain is going to be likely going to be doing pretty well. Now, is Harmony One going to be very competitive layer 2 solution or blockchain altogether is another question. But in case you're holding Harmony One already, then it would make a lot of sense to invest in Mochi Swap as well, due to the fact that we are essentially talking about something that is going to be part of the Harmony One ecosystem. And there's also staking rewards happening on Mochi holders, which is going to be happening this month. I'm not sure exactly when, but that is something that I'm looking into. NFTs also here talking about staking pools, and also a cross-chain index token named Kami will demonstrate unique multi-chain tokenomic model based on aggregated locked liquidity, supported by swap fees across growing number of DEX deployments. So I gotta look more into Machi, but that's another one that I recommend maybe getting. Now, as a final resting note, I want to talk about a couple of coins which we've talked about in the past. And these are like coins, as I said in the beginning, there's going to be a lot of coins which are going to be going up still. One of them, which I think is Solana. By the way, in Coin Paprika, for some reason, it's rank 87, while in GoingGecko it's 27. So I don't know how these people come into their own rankings, but whatever. First of all, not at its all-time high, so you're not buying at the top. And the second thing is, more I've used Solana, more I'm convinced that Solana, alongside another coin, which we're going to be talking about in a second, are the two which seem to have like one of the most scalable blockchains ever in terms of the TPS and the fees and speed. So, and Solana has a lot of things going on already. People have been actually building dApps there, and I just see it kind of like, it's gonna be like the Cardano. Only thing where it's losing to Cardano is probably decentralization, and the way that you kind of stake right now is kind of not the most greatest experience. But Solana is definitely one of those projects which I've recently grown more and more into, and I think this is gonna be huge blockchain. And it's one of the most scalable and ready working blockchains of right now. And that's what I'm really excited about Solana. and I'm looking to buy more if it actually dips at some point. Another one is Ultra. I think we first talked about it back in 2019. Back then it was 5 cents, and now it's 45 cents. And the thing is, guys, let's put what's the 1 day chart here? Yes, we are literally at the top right now, like literally at the ATH. This was literally 47 cents was the ATH. Now we have 45. You have to understand, if you go watch my Ultra video, if you haven't, this token or blockchain, this is an EOCO fork, but the token exists on Ethereum as of right now. The Ultra is going to be, if it's going to be delivering the product, it is going to be at least 1 billion market cap project. It's rank 185, and it's 128 million, and it's gonna be like the new Steam of the blockchain, or Origin, or Epic Games, and the market valuation for gaming is huge. Like Steam alone makes like 4 billion a year or something. And this is the yearly revenue it makes, so that's not the valuation of the company. So we are talking about very huge possible valuation for Ultra, real use case, real product, but they just have to deliver it. And I'm not selling, I've been holding since, and I've been accruing a bit more. I think I should have bought more, definitely, but for some reason I didn't. I'm going against my instincts. This is probably one of the biggest Moonshot coins in the list, actually, if it's going to be delivering its product. I think, and 1 billion even is a conservative estimate. Another one is the Sandbox, which is surprisingly higher market cap than Ultra, because, I mean, Sandbox has a game which is kind of already in its works. There's like, you know, something you can test and build on. But Sandbox also is like literally the biggest and most valuable NFT project in crypto right now. It is just on the fucking wrong chain, obviously. I think they are obviously looking into multiple solutions, how to get on fuck out of Ethereum. And it's also like really at the top right now. But once again, this also is at least 1 billion market cap project, definitely. Because this could be the next Minecraft here. And imagine how the NFTs are going to be valued when you're going to be having millions of players in your game. It's going to be a fucking lot. And then I think we had one last project, and that is Elrond. That is another, along with Solana, that has pretty much a lot of the things already built up. And scaling, TPS, a lot of the tech side, it's just terrific. And I think it's a bit undervalued right now, rank 41. Definitely could be a top 10 coin, along with Solana. I think when we look at it from a tech perspective, they're a lot better than a lot of the coins in top 10 as of right now. But that is going to be my rundown of the actual coins. You're going to be finding the exchange links down below where to buy them. And I will be bidding you farewell. Leave your own low cap gem recommendations in the comment section. I love people always chill in them anyways, even if I don't ask them. But yes, do your own research, blah, blah, blah. See you guys soon. Subscribe, share, like.